Chapter 23 and 24 review of Poppy and Rye by Avi. The main characters in these two chapters are Poppy, Curly Dock, Thistle, and Clara. Chapter 23. Poppy, Thistle, and Curly Dock are down at the pond setting their rescue plan in motion. They decide to float across at night since Poppy can't swim well. They find a thin piece of bark to use as a raft and hide it until dark. However, they don't know that they are being watched by Clara the Beaver, who suspects the mice are up to something. She reports to her father and volunteers to be on guard. Darkness comes and the three mice head out on the pond. They weren't very far when they were spotted by Clara. She then swats her tail and Curly Dock and Thistle go flying into the water. Next, while there is no sign of the brother and sister, Clara swats again at Poppy, who tumbles high into the air and lands on the water splat. She was face down and Clara assumed she was dead. She also thought the other two must have drowned because they were nowhere to be found. Clara swam back under and into the lodge. Poppy called to Curly Dock and Thistle, but got no answer, and she too felt they must have drowned. She reached the lodge and climbed up the side. She was exhausted, had no help, no quills, and no raft to escape if need be. Poppy felt terrible thinking she would have more bad news for Clover and Valerian. She had to try to save Rye on her own. She got to the top and noticed the covered over with mud. She couldn't fight anymore and fell asleep. Chapter 24. Clover and Valerian were done packing, but all of the children were asleep and decided to wait until morning to move. They sat paw in paw looking at the pond and feeling sad. They spoke of their love and how happy they were to be married. They worried about their children. Then Clover said, "Poppy was right. The mice never tried to stand up to the beavers. We let them ruin our home and our life." The two of them decided they needed to at least try to do something. So they devised a plan. Valerian said he always felt that the boulder could tumble, and maybe they could use it to crush the dam. So they decided, since all of the family were together, they could all work together and dig around the boulder to loosen it, and then dig a ditch or path to aim at the dam, and together they could push the boulder down the hill, break the dam, and get their home back by chasing off the beavers. They just hoped they could do it quickly.